Hi guys, I'm back. This is segment 2, and this is not only for the seniors, but this is also for the Powers women. I know it's your maiden name, but this is the earring demonstration. When we were supposed to have the jewelry party that we didn't have the last time I was in Detroit, so LaTrelle did say, "You promised us a party." So this is going to be a combination for the seniors as well as for everyone else. Okay, so enjoy. I've laid out everything, and I'm going to kind of bring it in the center here so you can actually see what I'm talking about. And then I'm also going to work right here in this area so you can see me put it together. And I'm going to try and keep my fingers away so you can actually see what I'm doing. But the first thing that I wanted to mention was the hoop earrings. A lot of times, the hoop earrings, especially the custom made hoop earrings, are made from memory wire. And the memory wire, of course, can be purchased anywhere on Walmart's, Joann's, and all of the craft stores. And what happens actually is that the memory wire is strong. Like if you take these small beads and you string it on. Oh, by the way, guys, this segment is going to be a little bit long because I actually want to take you through maybe about 4 or 5 different types of earrings that can be made. Um, but getting back to the hoops. So what you would actually do is you take the memory wire and you will have pliers, needle nose pliers, and also you will have pliers that actually cut wire. And you will take, and I'm not gonna sit up here and bead the entire um, hoop, but I am just going to show you how you get it started and how you close it off, and then actually how you string it on the hoop. So what I would do is I would go actually into, well, you know what? This is not going to go in with the string, so I'm going to cut the string here. See here. I think I brought my scissors, but I'm going to cut the string here and get my piece of wire, and I'm going to actually start beading onto the wire if the bead is big enough, which it needs to be. So, and I don't have a finished one for you guys to see, so you may have to use your imagination on this. And let's see here. Don't want to take too long on this, but you'll get the gist of how this will be all the way around. You move this out the way. Now, I'm glad this did this because sometimes what people do, they will actually put little, oh, what do they call it? Crimping beads. So it makes it spaced, and this area actually stays spaced, and it's just a little silver crimping bead that will actually give that a different design. But my goal here is to complete the wire on the ribbon here. I mean, on the ribbon. The wire, complete the bead on the wire. And so, therefore, you have this bead all over. So I can get my thumbs and all that stuff out of here. Wrong kind of polish on here. This stuff just scrapes right off. But anywho, so this would be all the way around. So you can just use your imagination on that. And what happens in order to make that a hoop earring? And then some people just like beads on the bottom. But you want to actually take your needle nose plier and you want to curl the edge here. If you can see the curl here on the edge. Okay, and you also want to curl this edge here. just like that, curl the other one and bring that around and let that curl. And then when I take your hook, it goes into your ear, and I just opened the hook a little bit, and then you can take you can take the hook through both, 1, 2, and you close it back up so it doesn't fall off here, and now you have your hoop. So I'm just going to set that right over here. Now, like I said, it could be beaded all the way around, or, you know, just at the bottom. But that's a way to actually make your hoop earrings. Now, another little trick is, if you can see, these are earrings. And a lot of times what people do, such as myself, when you really want to stretch your money, when I'm looking at this, I don't just see one pair of earrings. When I'm looking at this, I see 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. And actually, when I use the other earring, it's going to have a single one like this. So we're looking at a total of 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 pairs of earrings. And the 9 pair of earrings is simply by removing, let's see here, we're going to make this little piece here earring, we're going to make that little piece here earring, and then we're going to make the bottom parts, separate parts of earrings. So we start off by actually getting our jump ring that's holding everything together, and that would be this. We're going to take this little baby off, and I'm going to close it back up. And you can actually get your, and I'll show you here in just a second, the box of findings. I think from, well, I think I got this from Joann's. But you can get a box of findings. And what I mean by findings are like the little loops that are right there, and also your earring hoops. You can get these from Joann's. I think use that 40% coupon, because I think it's $5.99, but if you use the 40% off or the 50% off, you're down to $2.99. But anyway, it will give you extra hoops and different things like that, so you can use. But here's going to be one earring. The leaves on this earring will be a second pair. And like I said, you're actually going to get, it's going to end up being probably, it's 9 pair. That's what we said, 9 pair. So I'm just simply taking that off of there and putting it on here. And I am twisting it with my needle nose pliers. Some people use 2 pliers and hold it back. I kind of just use my thumb, and that's why all the paint is being scraped off my nail. But anyways, you can see there, and here it gives you another pair of earrings. So out of that 1 pair pack, your now can have 9 pairs. So that's just another way of how to stretch your monies. And I would take these other 3 off, and I would just put a earring hook there. Okay, let's move you over. Okay, next, what people they call them dangles, but we call them beads, and they end up being dangles because of the simple fact that once they're hooked onto a stem, then it lets it dangle. So sometimes your hole in the bottom here is too large, and sometimes this will just pull all the way through, even though this one isn't pulling through. But what you want to do for safety reasons to hold on to it, you want to take a smaller bead And you want to put that smaller bead at the bottom of the stem. So, whoa, come back. And take that bottom bead at the smaller, the bottom bead goes to the stem, and then you're going to put your big bead on, and you can close it off with another small bead. Okay. All right, and once you do that, you pretty much have your dangle. Now I'm going to do that on both of the earrings just so we can have a pair. Just here, and we'll put that there. So what I do is I will get my needle nose pliers out, and we'll just cut this off a little bit here. Well, I think we will. Okay, and then we'll take our needle nose plier and just close her there, so you can get an idea. We're going to do the same thing with the other one. Cut it off here. It's just kind of after you've been doing it a while, even though I made this a little too tall. Should have cut it off just a tad bit more so it matches the other one. So we did that. Then we're going to come underneath here and we're going to roll it over here. Just like we did the bottom. And once you get that close, always just try to get it flush and close. Then you're going to actually take your hooks. And your hooks are kind of, they're like semi-open. I don't know if you can see that little bitty opening right there, but they're kind of semi-open. You can open it just a little bit more, just enough to be able to slide. And you want to make sure that you close it. Hold this little ball up. And you're going to close it. So, put you here. And let me get you a mate. And this is what is considered a dangle. It's like, well, I think the dangles are between, maybe a ½ inch to maybe 1½ inch. And I think once you start getting into, okay, where's my opening here? Once you start getting into 2 inches, I think they become shoulder dusters. So, all right. Here's your mate, and there you have it. Okay. Now next, and this was actually I don't know, one of those bling earrings. That was on clearance. And what happens with these is that you can actually remove, let's put you over there, you can remove the big beads from off of here, and they really make those, I think they call them bobble earrings. And these came with the little rhinestone spacers in between, which makes it which makes it even better. This feels like it's glued. No. Oh, okay, I see what's happening. There's it was bent, so it was hard for it to come off. I was talking about the spacers here, and the spacers makes it a lot easier to use your smaller. Oops, we only need to use your smaller end stoppers, because sometimes when you use the sometimes when you use your stem, the space is just too big and it comes right off. So you still need, over here, you still need a little stopper or something. So we're going to do this. I'm going to do this here. And when you push the big bead down on the small bead, it helps it kind of just center. This reminds me of the earrings my grandmother used to wear in the 1960s. Okay, so we actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 beads. And once again, I'm going to use my cutters, cut those off. And I'm going to roll this over. Let's see. I'm have to get in here tight. Okay, that's better. And let me get a stem. Here. And we'll put a stem on it here. Have to look for that opening in here, which is not always easy to find. Okay, and we will slip this on, I think. Yeah, and we'll close it. Make sure you pull all your beads back down. Come on, baby. Okay. She goes there. And I would do the same thing to the other. Okay. Now, I want to show you what's called a chain dangle. And it's you're going to use a chain for part of the ring. So I have these little bitty short stems. Those are my supplies. I'm going to take the stem, really? Hey, behave. And I'm going to make a, well, like cheat. I'll show you the cheat way and then I'll show you the right way. I just cut my stem a little. Then I take my chain. I put it on the stem. And I twist it. So it's like that. But the really correct way is to take your stem and cut it off. And this is to make them identical. You're going to turn your, just like I did with the other one. So you have now a little bead with a little bead with a hook on it. Did I not bring my jump rings? Well, LaTrelle, guys. Let me think here. It is what is called a jump ring, which is a yeah, didn't come prepared on that one. Okay. Say like one of the chain hooks were actually round, that would be a jump ring. And what you would do with the jump ring, well, let's play pretend. Let's say this is round. And if it was a round circle, you would take it, you would hook it to the chain, and you would also take this hook it here, and you would close it. Okay. This isn't a jump ring, so it's not closing properly, but if it was a jump ring, so like I said, I cheated because I just took my stem and made it one piece of a jump ring. But what you want to do here is get your, oh, where's wrong polish to wear with the scraping everything. You want to take your chain here and see if I get my finger out the way so you can see what's going on. So you have it like that. Okay, let me move my finger out the way, and you're just going to close it. And so you now have a dangle. So let's review what we have here. Okay, you have this that's actually going to make when, let's show you here. This can be worn together, or this can be taken off where this can be a pair and that can be a pair. And then you have your hoops. You have your dangles, your long chain dangle here. And then you have a shorter dangle here. I think these are called baubles, but I'm not really sure. But anyway, the round ball with the rhinestones on it, yeah, I think those are baubles. So there, and then this is a much more slenderizing look there. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 designs of earrings. And that concludes the earring segment. Thank you guys. I hope you learned something.